Thank you for tuning into the Crypto SP channel. My name is Dan Espy. It's June 18th, 2018, 11:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the current price of XRP is at 51 cents. So looking at the current price action for now, it looks like early this morning we tested 50 cent support. We came above that, found some support. However, we're now staying around 51 cents, 52 cents. Overall, though, for the weekend, we didn't really see too much action other than holding that 52 cent support price, just barely holding it. But so far this morning, it looks like we're now dancing around 51 cents. We still run the risk of possibly seeing the price go down to 50 cents. Hopefully that support can kick in. But looking at previous levels of volatility, we can definitely say anywhere between 50 cents and 48 cents. There's certainly a lot of volatility. We might find some support around 48 cents if we get that low. However, ultimately, our major support price is 45 cents. So that's what we're looking to hold if we were to get that low. Of course, if we can get the volume that we're looking for to push the price further, we're going to want to look towards the RSI to get above the 50 RSI and push further and also get above previous highs. First starting with 55 cents and into 60 cents. So that's what we'll be looking for today. Now, there's not too much going on right now with current news, so I wanted to go ahead and touch up on something that I'm seeing trending a lot on social media. So I have this Michigan law review. This was back from 2016, and there are some parallels to be seen here, suggestions to regulation, and also some of the benefits to Ripple specifically in addressing the current issues in the United States payment system. Now, again, this is the Michigan Law Review. This was created by Marcel T. Rosner, Delaware Court of Chancery, and also Andrew Kang, University of Michigan Law School. So let's go ahead and get into this. So let's go back to January 26, 2015, the Fed strategy for improving the U.S. payment system. The Federal Reserve Bank has released its highly anticipated strategy report for improving the United States payment system. The report follows calls for industry feedback in late 2013, during which the Federal Reserve emphasized the key role the payment system plays not only in the country's financial stability, but also in U.S. economic growth. The need to improve the nation's underlying infrastructure had reached a critical juncture, the Fed concluded. So they created the Faster Payments Task Force, which, again, they are in pursuit of a better payment system. The task force includes more than 300 representatives of financial institutions, consumer groups, payment service providers, financial technology firms, merchants, government agencies, and a number of other interested parties. Now, let's go ahead and go over some of the things that they acknowledge and some of the things that they're looking for. So they recognize that bans or one-size-fits-all approach can stifle innovation. The Federal Reserve acknowledges this technology is awesome, but they don't want to over-regulate to stop any innovation on this platform, specifically the ILP. Now, number 2, virtual currency use case. Address risk through a licensing framework. Consumer use cases are meeting market needs. Consumer protections against abusive practices, anti-money laundering requirements and reporting, and safety and soundness measures, including capital, cybersecurity, and risk requirements. So going back to the Michigan Law Review, let's quickly go over one of these things that they're trying to address here. So regulation of gateways for both their safety and soundness and their AML and KYC risks. Regulating gateways for their safety and soundness and their AML KYC risk will ultimately promote the safety and soundness of Ripple protocol and encourage its adoption. So going back to now, number 3, liquidity tool use case, providing guidance for banks to leverage digital assets, recognizing their potential to lower barriers to commerce and increase financial inclusion, create risk-based guidance for financial institutions to assess and adopt new use cases of digital assets. So, what are some of those risks? Payment systems also present special liquidity risk. Ripple mitigates this risk because XRP can bridge otherwise illiquid currency pairs. If every currency is liquid with respect to XRP, every currency becomes liquid to every other currency. And also, to touch up on that a little bit further, credit and liquidity risk are among the most important areas of risk in payment systems. Payment systems traditionally face credit risk from their participants, their payment and settlement process, or both. Ripple does not face a does not face credit risk. However, because Ripple is not a central settlement institution and because it cannot extend intraday credit to its participants, settlement is both atomic and immediate because the Ripple system trades in real assets, not credit, and it facilitates the trades in real time. So again, just some more benefits towards what the Fed is looking for to implement to replace the current outdated financial system. Ripple supports a task force belief in a multiple provider market, as evidenced by the Interledger protocol, which is designed to provide technical interoperability across network and providers. In a recent Fed report noted that the ILP could spur further innovation and adoption of new solutions. Now, we all know that ILP can be used to compete with other cryptocurrencies or digital assets for being the most competitive in terms of price, scalability, speed. And this is where I've heard David Schwartz say that it creates a level playing field where we can compete. Now, the reason why he says that is because, yes, Ethereum and Bitcoin can also be used on ILP. However, XRP has a 4-second transfer rate. It's scalable, consistently handles over 1,500 transactions per second, 24/7, and can scale to handle the same throughput as Visa. And right here in fine print, 50,000 transactions per second as of July 2017. So not only does the task force acknowledge the benefits of ILP, but so does the Federal Reserve Board and the Federal Reserve Bank in Chicago. So here they state, the ILP is being developed as an open standard and is intended to improve interoperability and streamline the process for transferring digital assets by enabling entities in different countries with different payment systems to more easily transact with one another. So certainly the Fed is looking at ILP as a solution. So leaders from the Faster Payments Task Force announced 10 recommendations that will chart the course for making payments faster and more accessible to everyone. So right now, nothing again has been put out there as far as something official, but so far it's down to 10 recommendations, and Ripple is certainly involved in one of these recommendations. So let's go ahead and conclude the Ripple case study and see what they had to say. Ripple protocol has introduced a new distributed method of settlement that is significantly different from the traditional model that relies on central institutions. The Ripple protocol offers many advantages compared to traditional payment systems in terms of safety, efficiency, and cost, especially with respect to the cost and inefficient cross-border payment system. Ripple's advantages suggest that users will increasingly utilize the system in place of traditional payment processes, but this successful growth and its implications for the safety of the global financial system depends on understanding, support, and flexibility from international regulators. So certainly the Fed is looking at Ripple as one of these 10 recommendations. And also here, Ripple Insights on May 2nd, 2018. There is a great potential for this technology to serve many positive use cases. Ripple's work exploring on how digital assets can connect fiat currencies more efficiently is one example. Last week, the UK's Financial Conduct Authority highlighted this board trend. More positively, we see firms using cryptocurrency for international money remittance, lowering the cost and time of sending money overseas, so there are legitimate and economically significant use cases. Chris Lagarde of the IMF recently stated that digital assets won't eliminate the need for traditional financial systems, but instead will lead to a diversification of financial landscape and create a financial ecosystem that is more efficient and potentially more robust in resisting threats. So there you have it. Ripple is certainly one of the 10 recommendations in the running for this solution. Hopefully Ripple can be selected or included in the solution in some way. So that's all that I have for today. I just wanted to quickly go over that. Right now, Ripple is one of 10 recommendations by the Federal Task Force being considered. Hopefully we get the good news in the future that Ripple's the one being selected and possibly some other solutions, but certainly ILP is a main thing to look at here, as ILP is going to be certainly a level playing field for innovation, competition, and certainly a place where XRP and Ripple can certainly come into their own. Now, if you haven't already followed me on Twitter, please follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with Ripple news and technical analysis. Also, thanks again over the weekend for all the new subscribers. We're up to 1,436 subscribers. So massive thank you to all of you. The channel just keeps growing. If you haven't already, please go ahead and press that subscribe button. Please leave a comment down below. Thanks again for tuning into the Crypto SP channel, and I will see you guys on the next video.